I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Lamar able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
But
now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
We see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. Everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. It's a pickup at 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
He's not going to do you no
Derek
good.
Wolf there on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A terrific return there.
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you something.
27 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Jackson dancing to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ballgame. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20.
What?
10. 5. And he takes it back to the house. for a Steelers score.
Chris Boswell on for the point.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that on me, bro.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes it's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Fighting to stay upright. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. So a risky move that does not pay off. And Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You got to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Makes the score, Ravens 71.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30.
You thought you had it, didn't you?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first. I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This game's over.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gapped. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit, because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play.
Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Steps away to his left. He can run, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Marlin from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Johnson.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returning it is Moore. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the...
It better not take me back to, like, work. It always do that, bro. It always does that. That is so trash.